Hey all, Ted here, and today we're going to be going over the top torch takers. As you just saw, there was a list there, a statistical analysis of the torch win rate of the top heroes, the top legendary heroes in Castle Clash. Now, as you saw, the top hero was Moltanica. I do not have a Moltanica on this account, so I did find an example online that's 11. It was a level 115 with a 4 out of 9 skill. At 4 out of 9, he deals 210% attack and reduces the movement speed by 40% for 6 seconds. He does have a 6-second cooldown, however, in torch matches that really doesn't matter because most torch matches don't last more than 6 seconds. At level 115 he has an attack of 3,156. That means that 210% attack that he's doing is absolutely amazing. It's massive. But the key here is his what I refer to as his reverse pumpkin duke skill. And that's where he's reducing movement speed by 40% for 6 seconds, which again is pretty much the duration of the match. So he's doing an amazing, and as we all know, if you've done Torch, it's long enough for each hero to probably get off one proc, and that's about it. So when he does proc, he's dealing an amazing amount of damage, and he's making it so that you can't do as many attacks. I mean, that's plain and simple. That's invaluable in a one-on-one match like Torch. So that's why he's heading off our list with 95.9% win rate. That's absolutely amazing. Now, next on our list, we do have Succubus. And the rest of these heroes I do have, so I'll be able to show you. The next on our list, we have Succubus with a 76.6% win rate. Now, the reason that Succubus is, and because most of us don't have Moltanica, I'm just going to say that Succubus is top of the list. But the reason that Succubus is top of the list is because of that proc that she has. At 3 out of 9, she's damaging target by 23% of max HP and reducing its attack by 23% for 5 seconds. Now, the key there is 23% of max HP. That means that she's taking a significant chunk out of your life every single time that she procs. And she's also reducing your attack by 23%. That means that she's making it so that you cannot attack and get that proc off and do more damage, which is in turn making the battle last longer, which hopefully, if you're lucky, that means that she's going to be able to get a second proc off, which if she's doing 23% of your max HP, she gets 2 procs off. That's 46%. Plus, she's attacked you at least 5 to 10 times in between those. You're done. You're done. That's it. Your hero's gone. Now, that's why she's coming in at a 76.6% win rate. The next hero we have on our list is Snowzilla. Snowzilla at 3 out of 9, dealing 125% damage every half second to one nearby enemy for 4 seconds, and it's slowing the enemy down by 20% for 5 seconds. If you've ever used Snowzilla, if you're lucky enough to have this amazing hero, he is amazing in all aspects of the game because his damage per second is absolutely amazing. Now, that includes boss battles. If you've used him for boss battles, as I'm sure you can probably tell, that skill there, once he procs, he's going to be doing a massive amount of damage. As far as a DPS hero, he is unbeatable. As you can see, mine has a 2 out of 5 heavy blow. That means that with any luck, I'm going to, in that torch battle, stun you and do a massive amount of damage, just chip away at that HP. And that's why Snowzilla comes in at a 74.4% win rate, just barely below Succubus. Next we have Ninja. Now, if you've done Ninja, or done ninja, I'm sorry. If you've done torch battle, I'm sure you've noticed that you see a lot of ninjas floating around. You've probably guarded against a lot of ninjas, and if you've tried to guard against ninja, you know that he is an amazing hero. Now, I have, as you see, I personally have 2 ninjas. I have people in my guild who have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ninjas, and they're specifically for torch. With the advent of torch, it has made the fact that you get double, triple, quadruple heroes actually a decent thing. But having numerous ninjas, if we simply account for guarding, then yes, Succubus is definitely top of the list. But if we want a well-rounded hero who can haul and guard, I would definitely say that ninja is top of the list, which, like I said, which is why there's some people in my guild who have upwards of 10 ninjas, why I have 2 ninjas, because when you put him out there to haul, between his movement speed, he can get your torch back to you quicker than any other hero. Between his movement speed and that skill, he's unstoppable. And as you can see, mine are both very low level. They're level 60, and they're bottom rung skill level, 1 out of 9. I haven't even bothered increasing their skill, and the reason for that is just simply because I have other heroes as far as skills go that I need to focus on. But if I was mainly focused on torch, I would definitely upgrade his skill. However, even at 1 out of 9, he's dealing 300% damage to target. So you level him up to at least 60 where I have him, and his attack is 1,681. He's doing 300% damage. That means that, and again, in a torch match, you're getting off at least 1 proc. That means that as soon as he procs, you're pretty much dead. And not only is his movement speed fast, so he can get those torches back to you, but his attack speed, as you can see, is ridiculously quick. So he's probably going to get off, if there's enough time, if you have enough HP, he's probably going to get off 2 procs. And by that second proc, you're done. Like, you're just done. And as you can see, I have a 1 out of 5 War God on him, increasing attack by 10%. Oh my goodness. It's, like I said, if you're looking for a well-rounded hero, Ninja is definitely top of the list. I can see why Succubus is number 1, but if you're looking for hauling as well, Ninja's definitely the way to go. And then next on our list is Thunder God. Thunder God comes in with a 67.8% win rate, and that's because of that skill. Lightning, and you see mine is a 4 out of 9. Lightning strikes a random target, dealing 290% damage, inflicting coma to all nearby enemies for 1.5 seconds. If you haven't noticed the trend here, what we want for best heroes as far as guarding goes, and really as far as hauling goes too, what we want are heroes that can either slow you down or stun you. We want you to stop moving so we can just hammer away, because most torch matches, as I said, last under 10 seconds. So if we can stun you for 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, that's a significant chunk of that match. So that's really where he shines, the fact that he can stun you for 1.5 seconds. However, really his top notch there is 290% damage. As you see, mine is level 144. He's got an attack of 3,333. He's doing 290% and stunning you, which is that 1.5 seconds is pretty much enough time for him to get off at least 1 more attack in there. He's definitely gonna take the cake on that match. Next we have Immortep. If you're lucky enough to have this special hero, you know that he is amazing in all aspects of the game. He's amazing in HBM, he's amazing in boss, he's amazing in Storm Mesa, he's amazing in raids, he's amazing in all aspects of the game. Immortep comes in with a win rate of 56.4%. And that's because of his skill. The Storm of Seth surrounds Immortep within a sandstorm for 6 seconds, has a chance to deal 160% damage and inflict coma for 1 second. Now, like I said, what we want is a hero that can inflict coma. We want a hero that can stun you, but that 160% damage, that's not gonna hurt either. Now, the one downfall of Immortep that I don't like is the fact that with his skill, he can only stun you that initial time. Every time he procs after that, it will not stun you. Therefore, it does have its limits. However, if you're in a one-on-one battle that's probably not going to last more than 10 seconds, it doesn't matter that's only going to stun you once, because he's probably only going to get that proc off once anyway, like I said. So he stuns you for 1 second, does 160% damage, and this is going on for 6 seconds. That's the majority of this match. And as you see at level 111, he's got an attack of 2080. 160%, he's killing you. So that's why Immortep comes in with a win rate of 56.4%. Next we have Champ. Now, if you've ever faced a Champ while guarding in a torch battle, you know that this is one formidable foe. And he comes in with a win rate of 51.9%. And the reason that he's so formidable is not even because he does an extreme amount of damage, which he does. He does do a good deal amount of damage, as you see at 3 out of 9, and I haven't had any reason to really upgrade his skill, as I'm sure most of you are in that same position. It's 3 out of 9, he deals 180% damage to 3 nearby targets, inflicting coma for 3 seconds, and that's why I haven't upgraded his skill, because the damage is great. But what makes Champ so special is that 3-second stun, the longest stun of any hero in the game. And again, I can't stress it enough, if the match is only going to last roughly 10 seconds anyway, 3 seconds, that's a huge chunk, and that you just can't move. And as you see, mine has a 5 out of 5 deadly strike. That means that you're probably going to lose if you face up against him. And of course, these statistics are based on the idea that you're facing an enemy that is roughly, give or take, your own skill level, or your own actual level. I'm sorry, not skill level, your own actual level. Except Ninja, like I said, Ninja, he's invaluable. He can beat people 20, 30 levels higher than him. Okay, so that's why Champ comes in with a 51.9% win rate. Next we have Grizzly Reaper. Grizzly Reaper, if you know, is an amazing hero, usable in all aspects of the game, and unlike some heroes, he's usable later on when you get higher might. Once you get into the higher might range, there's a lot of heroes, I won't say a lot, but there's some heroes that just aren't as effective, aren't as valuable any longer. However, Grizzly Reaper is always valuable. As you see, mine is a low level. He's an extremely low skill level, coming in at 1 out of 9. And that's because I have heroes that, well, there's no easy way to say it. I have heroes that are better than Grizzly Reaper. However, Grizzly Reaper probably is, for most people, amongst the best heroes. Even at 1 out of 9, he deals 180% damage to 2 enemies on the battlefield and restores HP equal to 15% of damage dealt. That means that he's not only doing an incredible amount of damage, but he's also healing himself, making himself be able to attack you more. That's why Grizzly Reaper comes in with a win rate of 47.5%. Now we start hitting the bottom rung of the list here. We've got Pumpkin Duke. Now, I love Pumpkin Duke. He really is an amazing hero. Probably a must-have for the actual game if you're lucky enough to get him. However, he does come in with a win rate of 39%. And the reason for that is because unless you have a 5 out of 5 Revite on him, his proc, once he procs, he's probably not going to have that effect on him for long enough for it to really be that effective. At 7 out of 9, he increases attack rate, and movement speed of allies for 40% for 8 seconds. And let me just throw in a quick side note here, unrelated side note. If you don't have Pumpkin Duke at 7 out of 9 yet, you really need to get there. Pumpkin Duke at 7 out of 9. They say that Pumpkin Duke's skill, it can stack on itself, and it really can. However, it does not go quickly enough to be able to, or last long enough to be able to stack on itself until it reaches 4 out of 9. In the rare event it can stack on itself maybe once before 4 out of 9. However, generally speaking, it doesn't really start to stack on itself until 4 out of 9. And that's only going to be maybe 2 or 3 times if you're lucky. However, when you really see Pumpkin Duke shine is at 7 out of 9. That's when it starts stacking on itself 3, 4, 5 times in a row. It's amazing. He just flies through the battlefield. That's why I have Berserk on him as opposed to Revite. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. Excuse me. Next we have Spirit Mage. Spirit Mage comes in with a 28.1% win rate. And that's because, though he does an amazing amount of damage, deals 240% damage, unlike Snowzilla, he does not, if there's only one enemy, he does not focus that damage on that enemy. So, whereas Snowzilla, if there's only one enemy, he's gonna shoot every half second. Boom, 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 boom. He's just gonna keep firing at you. Spirit Mage, unfortunately, if there's only one enemy, he's only gonna attack you once. He's not gonna attack you 4 times. So that's why he's coming in at a 28.1% win rate, because that skill really doesn't affect the opponent. However, he does have a decent win rate, comparatively speaking, because he's just that strong. Next, we have Druid. Now, Druid's skill, though invaluable in the game, as you all know, in a one-on-one situation, it makes him last longer, but doesn't really do anything for beating the opponent. It allows him to do a little bit more damage, but not a significant amount more damage. And that's because though he is healing himself, he's increasing his own attack by 25% for 5 seconds. However, Druid is not going to be able to stack on himself. So that 25%, fantastic, but not really effective when you have someone hammering away at you. That's why he's got a 21.7% win rate. Next we have Cupid. Cupid has a 12.7% win rate. And that's because in a one-on-one situation, I'm sorry, I love you, Cupid, but you kinda suck. As you see, I have a 7 out of 9 win rate. And again, unrelated side note, if you do not have Cupid to 7 out of 9, you really need to get him there. Cupid 7 out of 9, Pumpkin Duke 7 out of 9, you are zipping through everything. But Cupid 7 out of 9, he's shaving off, I want to say 2 or 3 attacks that are necessary in order for a hero to proc. He really is boosting your proc rate through the roof. But anyway, he's increasing his own damage by 40% for 6 seconds. However, with that 6-second cooldown, he can't stack, so that really isn't effective against an enemy. Plus, his HP, though decent, it's not the highest, so he's not doing an amazing amount of damage, and he's not gonna last that long. That's why Cupid has a 12.7% win rate. And the bottom of our list, Minotaur. Minotaur is an amazing hero in most aspects of the game. And that's because of his skill. He attacks a mass amount of troops and stuns them. As you see, at 5 out of 9, targets 28 random ground units in battle, dealing 130% damage, inflicting stun for 2 seconds, and reducing energy by 30 seconds. There is a 6-second cooldown. However, as I mentioned, really doesn't matter in a 10-second match. But, like I said, though stun is fantastic, Minotaur is a tank hero, just like Atlanticor, just like Paladin, and as you know, tank heroes have extremely low attack rates. So he's probably not going to get enough attacks in to proc, but if he does, that 2 seconds, not really going to be that effective. He has an amazing amount of damage, so he will be able to last long, but he's not going to be able to attack enough in order to do the damage necessary in order to win that battle. So that's why Minotaur comes in at the end with a 9.5% win rate. So if you do have a Minotaur, don't use him. But again, allow me to read off this list from top to bottom, and I will leave it here at the end of the video so that you can peruse it at your own leisure. But we start off the list with Moltanica, which most of us don't have, so we're going to say top of the list is Succubus. And then we have Snowzilla, Ninja, Thunder God, Immortep, Champ, Grizzly Reaper, Pumpkin Duke, Spirit Mage, Druid, and Cupid, and then Minotaur at the end. Alrighty, tell me what you think about this list. Tell me what you think about which heroes you use during Torch Battle. Any questions, comments, concerns about this video or any video or our guild, House of the Dead, look me up here, look me up online. I look forward to seeing you in the game.